Guys, it's me, Khandie. I'm going to talk to you about how you can do product photography in your home using natural light while we're all stuck at home, or if you're a burgeoning business that's going into online sales, how you can make the best out of your products but without investing heavily into kit at the start. So let's go through this. So ideally you want to have a big light source. Now I'm very fortunate that in my house I have these large French doors, patio doors that lead out, and they've got this big space, okay? If you don't have that, you want to get as close to your bedroom windows, one with the light. Try not to shoot when the sun is directly coming straight through. It's a very cloudy, rainy day, as you'll just see here. And so I'm using that light, and I've got a table just set up here that I'm going to pull in and use that as like my platform. Some people do it on the floor, it's fine, but you want to be able to do it where you're not like, how to put it, like you're not cutting off the light, so you want as much light as possible getting into you. So as you can see right now, there's quite a lot of light on my face, you can see it, but if I come all the way back here, the light drops and it's a bit darker. So the closer you are, the light, you see how pale I am now, the more light you get. So that's a tip for you. So the table is now closer to the window, not completely close because I need to still be able to access that door because I've got puppies that go in and out this door. So this is a board that I've picked up. It's actually the back of a photo board. It's just rubbish, you can see it's a bit marked, but this bit's relatively clean. Clean it off, make sure it's dry. Ideally, I went for a matte one. So yeah. I'm going to do a couple of series. I'm going to do a flat lay first for you, but I'm just going to show you this. Okay, so we can see the shadow here from the light that's coming in from this side, okay? Now, if we come down here, this will highlight it. This is quite dark on this side, and it can make the image look, it might mean that you're losing some detail. So what you can do, I'm going to use a white box just to show this. Do you see how now we get some definition there? Because what happens is the light coming from this side is coming around, and this is allowing it to bounce back and wrap the light around, okay? Let me move it out of the way to show you what I mean. There you go, bring it back, and you get this nice shadow that shows it's a curved object a bit more and a little bit more detail. That's a good tip for you. So I picked these donuts up from the local bakery. They look quite boring in the box. You can see there's a lot of shadow here, and I'm just going to show you how you can take this out and make it more edible. Now, yes, I could photograph it like this. If I wanted to keep it in the box and I wanted that light, I could just lift it and tilt it up and have something underneath to hold that, but still it's not as much fun, right? So I'm going to dress this a little bit better. This is where composition comes into play. So obviously it's going to be a mobile phone, but I want it to be interesting. And one of the things I prefer is when something's off from the screen. So if you imagine the square is going to be here, cut for, say, Instagram, I want to play a bit. So I'm going to take one donut and place it here and build up the scene using only stuff I found in my house. This is one of my plates. So I'm going to take a donut and add it. Oh, it stuck to my finger, gross. Now I've got a donut here that looks far more interesting, so I can use text down this side if I wanted to, or I could add something extra. It depends how I want to photograph it. Some tips when it comes to styling. Rules are free, work really well together, they kind of balance. If you're going to do one in isolation, like one product, make sure it's a real statement product. You don't want to be using the image that is, you want to use the product that's slightly dented or it's a little bit dirty or isn't as sprinkly as the rest, or you want to be careful with that. Also look for curves. So essentially what it means is that points of interest go around the frame in like some sort of curved shape, because that really leads the eye, okay? However, some of you might not like the light, airy look on your product images and probably want to go for a darker look. So using natural light, just be aware that dark colours, black, all the darker colours absorb light. So you're going to have to be a bit more careful about how you position your set. So you want to be as close to that light source as possible. And my light is rapidly fading because the storm's coming in, but we're going to try it anyway. So let's go around and see what I can find in my house and set the scene for a darker look. Okay, so I found this bit of fabric that I'm going to use. And I've put the donuts now on a wire tray. Now I don't have a lot of dark stuff here because normally at the studio I would, but we can't go to the studio just yet. So I love the contrast of the colour with this. So I think it's really nice. So I'm using my mobile phone and I'm going to use my full frame camera. But instead of using just the whiteboard now that I had previously as a background, I'm now using it, as you can see on my face as I do this, as a light bounce. So this is my scene. I've got the donuts there. I've added the whiteboard that was the background originally just to bounce some more light from the window in, because take it out, it's a bit dark, add it in, I get a little bit of light and I can actually flex it and do it over the top to get more. So let's get shooting these now. So So to recap, you need to get close to your light source. Remember, you're using natural light, so it can be a little unpredictable. So try not to use it when the sun is beaming straight through your window, but like it is now, is some cloudy day, or it's just before the highest point of the day, so which is like noon. You also want to get something white or light colour to reflect. If you can't find anything, tinfoil works, although it does reflect quite a lot. So if you're in a dark room and you're struggling, tinfoil can be a great reflector. But just be careful because it's quite strong reflections it gives. I go for the white. I use packing boxes, as you saw. Also know what you want to shoot and what style. If you're going to use dark matter, if you're going to use dark products, you need a little bit more light because they do absorb a lot of light. That might be the look you're going for. You don't have to spend a lot. I literally just shopped really quickly around my house. You can go out and buy stuff, but to be honest, you can probably find a lot in your home. If you are looking for some pieces to invest in, go to thrift shops, charity shops, and look for quirky crockery and cutlery if that's your style for dark and moody, because people really like that. If you're looking for clean and crisp, then you just need to buy basic white goods, you know, the white crockery, the basic cutlery. You don't have to though. If you're looking for coloured backgrounds, don't spend a fortune. You can use wrapping paper, you can use poster card, bits of cardboard, perhaps there's a book that you really like the back of or something. Just be careful on copyright infringement, obviously, and then have a go. And as you've seen, I've used both my mobile phone, all edited. Mobile phones have been edited within an app on here, my Lightroom Edit app I've got, and then everything else from my big camera, if you like, my full frame, has been edited in Adobe Photoshop and Lightroom as well. So enjoy and let me know how you get on. It's just a quick tutorial to help you. Don't forget to like, subscribe and hit that bell button. I'll do more projects that you can do in your home, and if you have an item that you want me to photograph, be it jewellery someone's already asked, maybe these, I might photograph these next time, or a highly reflective item, how best to get it out, or you've got a project for me or a challenge, drop them in the comments below and I'll see what I can do. Bye.